Hola! Welcome to our second series of the day here for HGC as we get ready for the big matchup of Diamond Skin taking on Team Liquid. Team Liquid, after week 1, are looking like they're back.
Yeah, definitely. They're currently sitting at 2-0. They were able to take down 2 previous opponents, Leftovers and Zalad. So good job by them, but yeah, they look pretty strong. And we're going to find out soon how strong they are. Are they going to aim for those offline events? Well, we know they do, but can they pull that off? That's the big question, of course. We have the same question for Method, for Trick, as we just saw. Zealots even are still in the run, even though they lost already 2 of their series, but they look pretty convincing during those, went up against strong teams. So there's a lot happening in the European HGC scene.
Well, let's go ahead and look at the standings here and see where exactly Team Liquid is at and where they aim to be after today's matchup. They are 2-0, tied with Dignitas and Fnatic. Diamond Skin on the other side, 0-2. They're having some rough games on their side and have the potential to fall to 0-3, just like the Leftovers today if they are unable to beat Team Liquid. Team Liquid, though, is really showing off the foundation of their team and their new 2 additions, Sport Billy and Eternal. Eternal last week was soldiering through in that top lane. The Arthas gameplay was something that I remember from Towers of Doom, just doing a really good job of making sure to be in different lanes, but coming in for the big flanks when needed.
Yeah, exactly. So he definitely put his service into the team. He didn't try to make any big plays. He just was there where they needed him to do. In some of the games, it's just as the offlaner, what you have to do. Solid games from him all in all. But right now, the question, of course, is can they get a few more wins in against Diamond Skin? And I feel for Diamond Skin, this is also a bit of a test, since they need to really be careful if they don't want to drop down and find themselves in a similar position as Leftovers do currently, where the goal then would be, let's try to not get Crucible, because at this point, they are still waiting for their first map win.
Sweet too, and we're already talking about the Crucible. That's how serious it is here in Europe. Let's go ahead and check out the schedule and see what exactly will be being played out today. Later on, North America hits you with LFM Esports, Gale Force Esports, Heroes Hearth, and Space Station to end out the day. Earlier, we did witness Leftovers and Trick Esports. Trick came out and showed just how strong of a team they are. They shut down the Leftovers, but if you're looking for a Nova game, Leftovers did deliver. Now next, Diamond Skin and Team Liquid. And I'm expecting big things from both these teams, and I believe they are as well. So let's check in with them.
All of the changes mean that the whole, this whole season will be completely different. Like my old team, we used to stay together for like 2 years, and even us, like every team made changes, which means every team has to adjust. So I have wanted to have a change of pace in general, and I really like that I got the opportunity to try again and see what I can do in the HGC and as a player, part of the Diamond Skin now. And you know, I was kind of at a point where I didn't think that playing was that fun anymore, but like now I've got new energy and I got a new will to compete.
Team Liquid, they have 2 of my former teammates, and I want to prove to them that they made a mistake leaving the team.
So I got picked up by Team Liquid. My previous team was Team Diamond Skin. I got picked up with one of my teammates, Sport Billy, which was really good to me because I had a friendly face. And one of the Team Liquid members, Splendor, was my previous teammate as well. So it made it like a bit easier for the transition. I really like the other guys, and I think that we're getting along really well, which is really important.
Diamond Skin, they picked up Darkmog, one of my former teammates that I respect a lot, so I'm looking forward to play against them.
Facing my ex-teammates and team in the next season, I would really like to win, because basically I want to prove that I made the right choice. So it would be a grudge match. Not a grudge match, but it would really mean a lot to win.
I can appreciate a good double wink here and there. That was well done by them.
That's actually really cool. And it's also nice to hear them talk about how they just want to prove to their former teammates that they made the right or the wrong decision, depending on how you look at it. So, an interesting game to start our second match for sure here today. And again, I feel for Diamond Skin, there's a lot on the line here. They need to at least win a few maps to show, okay, we had a rough start, but we can still pull this off.
And their start has been rough. They've been shut out of games so
Yeah.
far, 2 to 3 level leads, and we'll see if they can try to climb out of where they currently are in the standings. Let's get ready for Battleground number 1 in this best of 5 series. Team Liquid and Diamond Skin. Diamond Skin will elect to choose Infernal Shrine, which does mean that Team Liquid will have first pick for the first map.
And our bans also continue a trend. We have currently Team Liquid banning for the 3rd time in the 3rd series Braxis, and we have Diamond Skin doing the same thing with Volskaya. So there's definitely a few teams that we have in HGC Europe that have very clear patterns to which maps they practice and which maps they don't. And that can be a strength and it can also be a weakness, because oftentimes you can limit your practice a bit more on all the other maps, and you can home in on those more, you can divert more time to playing them. But at the same time, you can't really react if your opponent has a very strong map, where you go into a series and you know, let's say for example, Team Liquid was always known to be a great map, to be a great team on Cursed, and if you now go up against Team Liquid and your normal ban would be Braxis, then you can't ban our Curse, so you have to at some point face them on their strongest maps. So it's one of those things to keep in mind as we continue through the HGC Phase 1, that some of these teams are a bit more flexible when it comes to which mans they ban, which mans they avoid, and will then be able to later on adjust to strengths that their opponents have to shut maps out where they know the enemy team excels.
Diamond Skin, if they intend to win the series, they will have to expect to face off against Team Liquid on Cursed Hollow, a battleground they have been historically great on, and they played well with its new roster. So, something to worry about for them.
To be honest, so far the best map for the best maps for Team Liquid are Towers of Doom, and it's also a map that they picked twice, and they are pretty good on Dragonshire as well. A map they've chosen one, they have 2 of their map wins there. And on Cursed, interestingly enough, they haven't played a single map yet, and we talked about this yesterday. Cursed Hollow hasn't really been played a lot in Europe.
Yeah.
We've just seen the first games come in, and that was really interesting to me since it was always a standard to be played in the region.
Being sprinkled in. Diamond Skin thinking about their ban, where they want to keep away from Team Liquid.
You have to think about Abathur.
You have to think about Abathur.
You know Liquid wants to play Abathur. The question is, do they want to play him on Infernal Shrines? He's been played there, but it hasn't been the go-to map for the hero. But just recently, he's started to pop up more and more in Infernal as well. So they go with the ban on Gul'dan, and I can absolutely respect that. Gul'dan is doing very well in Europe, and Team Liquid is great with him. But now the question is, will Liquid jump on the opportunity to play Abathur here? Or are they just going to say, okay, whatever, just let it slide?
We'll see if they move straight into that. They've been showing a lot of Greymane in the past. We did see a little bit of Genji sprinkled in here and there. I don't know, I'm feeling like it's going to be a Greymane first. It's going to be the Hanzo.
Liquid, by the way, has played Gul'dan 3 times so far, and they won every single map with him. So obviously they have done pretty well in the previous series, and we only have a few matches to look at. But right now, their Gul'dan game is pretty solid.
This is a wise man there from Diamond Skin. Will we get some Dahaka play from Diamond Skin? Are we going to see any type of roaming from Nande?
I'm actually curious myself, because with Diamond Skin we have now the situation where, yes, they played 2 matches, but at the same time they lost every single map. So at some point you have to ask yourself, did we just lose because we were outclassed? Going up against Dignitas, for example, makes it likely that you're going to have a rough time since they are doing so well right now. Or did we lose because we drafted the wrong way? Do we have to make adjustments here? And that's what I want to see from them right now. Are we going to see some of those adjustments? Will they change their drafts? Traditionally, if you look at this now and you're saying, okay, what would be meta? What would we take here? We have seen very early picks on the side of Malfurion as one of the healers. The Greymane could be an early pick for them, maybe with Uther, and that's exactly what they actually do. So they have Divine Shield and Greymane, so good combo for them and a very solid and standard start into the draft.
Yeah, great setup there. And for Team Liquid, you're going to be looking for the warrior that can follow up into a Hanzo arrow, which you have many options for. Team Liquid willing to show that off. What does Fort Billy want, though? He showed off a lot of Muradin, which I really liked his Muradin gameplay. He anchors a lot for this team. He seems to really enjoy the idea of anchoring, making sure that their teammate can rotate and they can get the wave clear that they were using, because they were using the Gul'dan last week, so they needed that setup. And the heroes that really pull off for that is the ETC and the Muradin, so I want to see if Team Liquid goes down that route again.
They've played a fair amount of Muradin in the games that they had. They played him 3 times, which is actually quite a bit. Same goes for ETC, so both of the heroes were heavily involved for them.
Yep.
ETC even a bit more successful. They won all 3 matches where they played him. But another hero that we have to also consider, especially with Hanzo, is the Nubarak. With that engage stun into an Hanzo ult, we've seen that combo come out several times, and we have it again. A Nuburak coming through, an early commitment to also Rhaegar over the potential Malfurion pick. But especially this aggressive style around the Nuburak is starting to become way more popular, which is understandable after his huge impact in the first weekend.
I was kind of curious too, what support Team Liquid would go into with Uther being taken away. Splendor showed off a lot of Uther gameplay in the last couple of matches that we've seen him in. So we get that Rhaegar with the cleanse, which has started to fall out a little bit the last few days, but still someone that is strong in certain scenarios, and it seems Team Liquid is willing to pick him up here.
Yeah, I could have seen them go into Malfurion instead. We've been talking about him rising in priority a lot. So far, Liquid only played Rhaegar once, but it's also something where we can maybe see them with another hero there later on where they need that panic button and Uther's already taken away. If they plan to, for example, let's say go into a Malthael or into Sonya even, having the Ancestral as you can't use the Divine Shield since Uther's picked off from you, it's definitely worth it. So, yeah.
Diamond Skin thinking about what they want to get rid of. They are hovering the Dahaka. Arthas may have been a major fear for them with Thurnal being on the opposing team and them having a Grey main, but they decided to go ahead and go with the Dahaka.
I can absolutely understand that. Dahaka was the linchpin hero on Dragonshire for Team Liquid when they played their series against Zealots. So they do really well with these global heroes. If they have a global in their composition, then they normally start getting elite in experience. So it's one of the reasons why when we talk about Cursed Hollow, all the global heroes also come to mind for Team Liquid right away, since they really love to play the macro game. Last year, we talked always about Abathur, about Lost Vikings for them, and this is just the style that they use. So Dahaka, they had success with him. They played him twice, both of the games they won, and right now, Diamond Skin is just doing a very, very good job at looking at the success rates that Team Liquid had with certain heroes and what kind of game Liquid wants to play, and try to take heroes away from that.
They may also want to move into Falstad too. Diamond Skin has shown affinity for the Falstad, picking it up, and Dahaka is one of those heroes that you kind of try to mirror that global and try to shut them down, so taking away Dahaka allows them to maybe move into that route too, if the draft allows for it.
And I also think that the ban on Abathur, now we were talking about a potential Abathur ban already on the first ban position, but banning it out now just targets also Darkmork a little bit. Since you know that Darkmork has this affinity for Illidan as well, there's the chance that there's a heavy melee assassin being picked up, and one hero that pairs extremely well with this is, of course, Abathur. So I feel this is just one of those preemptive bans where you say, okay, this could be a problem, let's just make sure that it's not becoming an issue. Especially with now the global with Dahaka being banned out, since I don't see at this point... Well, I guess Liquid could go for Falstad, but I don't really see it as a major priority for them.
Well, Diamond Skin thinking about the third and fourth pickup. You mentioned Darkmork and him enjoying his melee assassins, and out of nowhere, the idea of Kerrigan popped into my head. Is that a possibility for Darkmork?
I would not say no. I enjoy a good Kerrigan.
They have the Uther too.
This is a brutal frontline, by the way.
Yeah, the front line is direct for Team Liquid. They can Diamond Skin can just straight up dive on them at any point. If Rhaegar's out of position, you get the fight.
That brings me back to Tychus now as an option for Team Liquid.
True.
Again, Tychus has only been played twice in HGC Europe, but if you look at Korea, if you look at North America, Tychus has been picked up more and more. And we've been talking about that tendency to head into double tank over double support, since double support is now a lot weaker than it was in the past. And this is another setup where with Tychus you could play around him here. And it would also work for Infernal Shrine, since with Odin you can secure the shrine in the last few minions for you.
Yeah, well, Tychus and Malthael are definitely being thought about here for Team Liquid. Do they want either of the two? Gonna see if they're gonna move into that. You would definitely recommend it for them. Probably another warrior as well, with them running the Nuburak. Typically want to make sure you're good up and set up. It's gonna be the Leoric, and then probably the Tychus. Junkrat coming in.
Okay, so quick poke from the outside. Getting Junkrat into the mix here. We have seen some really cool isolations with Junkrat where teams were opening for the kills, and he can be very annoying on this map as well, since you can, with the grenade launcher, secure a lot of minion stacks for you around the objective, and you can poke from the outside quite nicely. The wave clear is, of course, an added bonus that you have as well. So, yeah. Dignitas has played Junkrat a lot, actually. Let's see how it works out for Team Liquid now.
Side note, I'm completely curious as to why we don't have a party Junkrat skin yet, with him throwing confetti around, as he just knocks everybody all over the field. you might as well make it a party.
Junkrat has been played 7 times in HGC Europe, and he has 3 wins and 4 losses. The 3 wins were coming in when he was played by Fnatic and Dignitas, and the 4 losses are from Diamond Skin, Zealots, and Leftovers. They have not been able to win with him. But Team Liquid hasn't even played the hero yet in the official league, so that's definitely something to watch out for here as well. The top teams seem to be doing pretty well with him. Tyke is now being picked for the opponent side, putting a bit of extra pressure on them, and also, again, allowing that button, that quick ult, when you already have like 20 stack. Normally, like, the ballpark is if you have 20 minions already and you want to secure the shrine for yourself, you drop Odin and you simply use him. Very similar to what we've been talking about when Alexstrasza was chosen on the map and the Dragon Queen.
Yep. Just drop the overkill on the minion wave, get the push in, go with the Odin. Not going to be really too heavy on destroying a Nubrak and Leoric. They are heroes that have a little bit of lower health pool, but still, the Odin just completely works for this composition right away. Looking at the drafts here, how does Team Liquid get the fights to go into their favor? Is it all based on a Nubarak poke, or is it Junkrat maybe getting a trap?
I'm a bit curious to see how, like, the Junkrat traps are something that is always awesome, can always net you a kill.
Yep.
It's always when you can isolate someone, you trap someone, then you can get the kill on them. But it's not a reliable tool where you can say, this is our winning condition. If we get it, we take the kill and we can go ahead. If not, we just lose. Nobody goes into the game like this. This is an added benefit. I think overall they are going to play the map a lot, try to make sure that Leoric gets the value between 2 lanes, whereas they go for the objective. Poke with Junkrat and Hanzo. There's a lot of poke on their end. They can also play around the mercenaries. But the kill potential is definitely higher on the opponent's side if played correctly. So I think if Diamond Skin plays their cards right and plays it patient, they can always see if they maybe get a quick kill with it. And we have seen actually Sportbilion and Nubarak playing pretty well and solid, but every now and then there was an opportunity where he dove in a little bit too deep, and if you could do that against an ETC and an Arthas, you should die. So if that happens again, I want Diamond Skin to capitalize on it immediately and get the kill, because as we said before, they need wins today.
Well, let's see if we can get that win today. As we start Battleground number 1, we are going to Infernal Shrines. Diamond Skin taking on Team Liquid.
And starting over to the left side of the map, we have Team Diamond Skin. They have not won a map yet in HGC Europe. They are 0-6, but this might change today. Map number 1 is Infernal Shrines, and we have Wolfjo on Uther, Rosmag on Greymane, Darkmog on Tychus, Robodoba on ETC, and Nanda on Arthas.
On the right side, in the red, Team Liquid. Sportbilly playing the Nubrak, Splendor on Rhaegar, Eternal playing Leoric, Hasselwabs on Hanzo, and Nurok on Junkrat. I am interested to see if Team Liquid will attempt the combo that we saw them in week number 1 attempt to pull off. Entomb into Dragon Strike.
No, I don't think so. After the interview that we had afterwards with them, I don't think that's going to happen. Unless they refined it, unless they went back into it and said, okay, we made a mistake here and there, let's try and just pull it off a little bit cleaner. But you could hear in the interview that we had last week that they themselves were like, maybe not quite the value that we were hoping for.
Not the hot.
Yeah.
Leo and Hanzo are actually going to the top lane here. Put some damage on Arthas. It's actually becoming more of a common trend against Arthas players. You put 2 on the top and try to burn them down and make the lane winnable for your teammate. But Arthas is aware of this. He is playing safe up there with the Leo and Hanzo hovering around.
Yeah, also with level 1 here, Hammer of the Lightbringer has been taken for Wolfjo here. So cooldown reduction as a reward for the quest talent. And of course the passive as well, where you a little bit, you're not as, you have an easier time with your mana pool overall. You won't be able, you won't need to head back as often.
Power slide on the bottom, Robodoba goes in for Splendor. Splendor takes some damage and he is down. Darkmoth and Wolfjo helping secure the kill.
I actually, Nurok's attempt to save his support backfired a little bit. You could really see how Tychus was already moving in, and immediately Junkrat comes in and is like, okay, I have to push them back. And instead he pushes them over Rhaegar, and Tychus is just like, I don't care, just keeps firing, and is the entire time in range to get the kill. And there's the second one. This is what we talked about during the draft. We have that front line, we have ETC, we have the opportunity for these quick kills on lanes. Diamond Skin does exactly what they need to do, what we wanted them to do, and they get a lead into the first game against Team Liquid with an early double kill.
And Diamond Skin is showing off a little bit here, going for another pick on a Eternal on the top side. Hasselhoff will jump over the wall and bring out the auto attack. See, Run and Gun has already been utilized by Darkmoth. He has to be careful, does finally get away. But at least Diamond Skin have the 2-0. They've come out and they have opened with Fist flying.
Yes, they definitely did. But we have seen so many teams fall in the mid game. And so far, Diamond Skin, they got 2 kills, but they're not really too far ahead. They haven't taken a massive experience lead. The death timers this early in the game are still very low. So we still need them to continue the same aggression. But they have taken a bit of map control. And that map control translated straight into one of the Khazra camps here in the middle that we already see active. So they have a bit more pushing power through the mid lane.
And they're going to start working on the camps on the right side here. And if Team Liquid's able to grab that, yes they do. Greymane starting his own on the top left. Leo should probably move over and go for a scout. They've been missing a couple people on the field for now, but they're actually setting up for a gank on the middle side. With Uther peeling back to Greymane, Diamond Skin should be able to grab this.
Yeah, even the bot lane where Nubarak was still guarded by ETC and Tychus, and so far they are all splitting. We have up to the top the Shrine activating, and good timing on the camp for Diamond Skin. They have actually an opportunity here to take Liquid's camp down first and let their own one push through. Shouldn't really do too much since the Shrine at the top will make it easy for Team Liquid to clear it out as well. But in the meantime, we have everybody just sharking around bot lane. Nubarak is making his way over, and it looks like Tychus is going to be a bit late to the party since he's trying to soak an additional wave.
Yeah, making an attempt there to towards level 7. Team Liquid does identify that Diamond Skin has brought 3 to the top, now a 4th. So they'll go ahead and rotate themselves. Leo has gotten them a nice lead of 14-9. Poor Billy moves in for a charge on Nande, the Arthas player, taking some damage right away with Hasselhoff stepping forward to attempt to put some damage there as well. Arthas is able to get away, but Team Liquid buys space. And now they can keep shredding the Shrine.
Good work there also by Rosmerk working in the auto attacks. Tychus is finally starting to appear, but he's pretty late. 27 stacks already taken by Liquid. So now we have Diamond Skin in a position where they need to be aggressive if they want to have a chance to win the objective. Darkmog a bit out, Bill engages, but he's able to dash away. Job well done.
And Diamond Skin also hit 7 first. Team Liquid will play this slow. Try and grab their own 7 with the minion wave on the top. I think they're just going to barely miss it though, unless they can get a kill. Robodoba goes in on the bottom side, looking for this fight. Nothing too heavy breaking out, and Team Liquid just sneaks in and grabs the last 2 minions.
So Diamond Skin's idea here was to get the early 7 and then translate that into domination on the Shrine and win the Punisher. It just took them too long. By the time that Tychus went up to the top lane, there were already 27 minion stacks for Team Liquid. And with Hanzo and Junkrat in your setup, you have an easy time gathering the last 13, and now they can push through with it, and they have their own 7. And they also have, of course, with Under King and the Subterranean Shield on a Nubarak, always the option to dive really deep for a potential kill.
They don't see Arthas. They have no idea where he's at. They're watching out for the flank on the side. They may have spotted him coming in for a flank, so they peel away immediately, allow Leo, as you were mentioning earlier, to grab the experience on the bottom side and get that pushing in. Now, Arthas is trying to move in and grab the experience too. Hopefully, Leo can delay him, and he does. Smart move there from Team Liquid.
They even save the fort for now. But of course, let's not forget that at any point someone can move top lane. Even just a simple grenade launcher move from Junkrat is going to easily take that down. So the experience is still pretty similar up to the point where the fort will be claimed. But the kill's still in favor of Diamond Skin. They've shown the aggression, and Robodoba has seen some great moves on ETC already early on in the game. Nande with the follow-ups. Once that the Cursed Bullet comes in, if they go for it, that makes it even harder. And that's actually something I'm really interested in. Cursed Bullet, or do you... Oh, Hazu goes down. Another quick kill here. Well done, Diamond Skin. They get the 3rd kill.
Do you not have his jump available? Because you can jump over that ridge on the left side.
It seemed like it was on cooldown.
Unlucky.
Counter engage though. Robodoba trying to move out. Creates a bit more space and gets away. Big commitment by Team Liquid. 4 heroes in the mid lane. Now they have to scramble to the lanes to make sure they don't lose experience.
And Diamond Skin is on a trajectory to hit level 10 first over Team Liquid. Clearing out their waves most they can here. It shouldn't matter too much if the Shrine is activating right now. It means Team Liquid doesn't have to worry too heavily about them getting a lead.
I would actually prefer go for the Throne on Greymane over Cursed Bullet. The main reason why I was leaning towards Bullet is the big CC at the front, which makes it very easy for you to hit the Bullet and commit here. But with the 2 squishies in the backline, I really think that go for the Throat would net you a fair amount of kills here, and he uses it. So we have go for the Throat, we have Divine Shield. There are no big surprises here. Leoric not going for Entomb, but instead March of the Black King. Solid ult as well.
You know, Greymane has 2 tasty targets on that back line that he can just burst down with the entire combo. So we'll keep an eye out for that, especially with the Divine Shield being available here. Shrine should be activating soon, so our teams are prepping for the Shrine. But with the fort taken on the top left, Team Liquid has control of the map and is actually taking a lead in experience.
Yeah, they have the slight lead now. It's just so far they haven't really shown the kill potential yet. And now after 10, that might change. But I'm really interested into... Oh, Roskvac.
Eternal, he has the engage, the march.
Oh,
Arrow misses, but he still gets
goes
it.
down. The arrow
Zoning arrow.
misses. Yeah, the zoning arrow. I mean, literally in this case. If he moves through, he dies. If he just stops, he dies as well. So that was well done by Hanzo. Good coordination from Leoric and Hazlops and Hanzo, just calling that out.
And that kill will allow Team Liquid to clear out the middle and the bottom side. They have Merc pushing in from Diamond Skin, negating the entire push from Diamond Skin. And Team Liquid can then turn their attention towards the Shrine. Big play for them.
Okay, but as silly as it may sound, I mean, it just works out, but getting a kill using 2 ults, for example, just before the Shrine spawns in the early stages can be a problem, because you spend a lot of resources and your opponent will maybe even get a lead. In this case, now it's another 20 seconds until Hanzo has his ult back. That should still be short enough that they're not running into any problems here, but it's definitely something where in the early game, committing too many resources to a kill with low death timers can be a disadvantage.
Well, Diamond Skin commits to the Shrine. They want to win it. Using Odin here, he'll be able to utilize that for a while. Splendor is on the side here with Sportbilly, doing their best to control the area, using the tire to allow for them to get the fight they want. Darkmonk's going to go ahead and peel on back. 23-21 in terms of minions control. Team Liquid is waiting for Odin to finish, and it does.
Yeah, Odin finishes. Nice cocktail. Committing another few of those stacks over to Diamond Skin, but Team Liquid is doing a good job with the AoE as well. Roba going in. Nice stun on his part. The cocoon already came out, but gets blown away. Nanda is a bit low, starting to move out here. Everybody committing their ults, but we have still 3 cooldowns available for Diamond Skin, but they lose the Arcane Punisher, and therefore they can't really engage again. But they still have Mosh Pit, they still have Divine Shield, and they have Go for the Throat, whereas Team Liquid used everything.
Good play from both teams, just better overall for Team Liquid. Diamond Skin moving forward, committing to the idea of the Shrine, just not fully paying off for it. Team Liquid losing a Nubrak. Greymane moves in, Rosmeg earns a kill.
Great job by Roba as well, really well done here. He gets pushed in, and then he capitalizes on the position that he has by completely exposing. Sorry.
Exploding works too.
Yeah, exploding worked in that case as well, so still going for exposing. But did a really great job at just pushing him in. So Anubarak was really isolated in this instance. But well done by him.
Diamond Skin moves in, seeing Leo on the top side.
that dumb giggle by Junkrat is just so awesome. I love it.
I'm telling you, a joke rat skin where he's in a party costume is going to be the hot. Blizzard, please get on it.
Like a party? No, like if then you have to give him a proper Batman Joker skin.
Yeah, he could have a Joker face. Yeah. That's fine. I just want him to have in a big clown suit, a nice little party hat on top.
That's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
No, it's not. Joker and a clown is not the same thing.
Engage here. Sportbilly moves in, is on Robodoba, helping out with the fights. Eternal body blocking 2 members. Robodoba, he wants out, but here comes a tire. It explodes there, gets a little bit of the armor. Uther is now wrapped.
Yeah, but they use every cooldown, and now they're getting punished for it. Hanzo goes down, Greymane committing, and in the meantime, Nanda is chasing down Leoric. Might not get the kill here, but at least chases him out. 13 versus 13, 5 kills against 1 in the favor of Diamond Skin, as they are starting to make their way through the bot lane, trying to get some value out of the early Odin form Darkmock here. They should be able to get the wall.
Wall would be nice, allowing for them to open up that fort. It can have Arthas. Maybe push that later on, especially with this Merc camp. Shrines will be around here soon to the very top side too, so any leeway you can get down here is always great for them. Leo continues to push on the top, which means Diamond Skin will use Force to break down the wall.
Nurek is continuously trying to open a kill opportunity for them by pushing someone into the team. And he nearly got Darkmock there, but he ends in front of the wall, not behind the gate. So this case, Nurek just still waiting for a chance here. Diamond Skin is really doing well in these fights, and to be quite frank, I really feel this is just going to increase as the game continues. They're going to scale really well into that late game with a lot of these heroes that they're running.
And we have a game on our hands here. As Diamond Skin has Robodoba floating on the side. If Team Liquid oversteps, he can go for the engage. Nanda is clearing the top side, and they are neck and neck. This is a big improvement from what we've seen from Diamond Skin, falling 2 to 3 levels behind. They are at least in the game when it comes to macro-wise.
I got to be honest, I did not expect them to do this well on the first map here, but I said it before, I really like that draft. I think it's strong front line, Tigers in the back, and Greymane with a Divine Shield engage, or even a Mosh Pit with Divine. There's so many options that they have around these fights. If they play their cards right, they have a good opportunity here. The big problem for them is really the level 16 advantage that Team Liquid will soon grab. Level 16 gives you an extra talent, and it is normally one of the biggest power spikes in the game. So right now, Diamond Skin is going to try and find experience on all 3 lanes to make sure that even if Team Liquid grabs it first, the time window is not going to be too big, so they can still fight over the objective, and they should be able to pull that off.
Yeah, and they'll have Odin available, so they definitely can fight over there, and there's still that threat of Mosh Pit that we have yet to see be major here for them. Team Liquid starts on the top side on the Ice Punisher, 11-0 in terms of lead, 16 right around the corner for Diamond Skin, so they'll start moving into the top side. Just need to make sure they don't get caught and clear out the wave.
Yeah, already we're going in again, and we have also the camp now pushing through on the side of Diamond Skin, giving them a little bit more control over the lane itself, as we have heroes on the shrine starting to get those minion stacks. 16 versus 6, Sportbilly looking for an opportunity. Hazorps always delivering with Hanzo from the back, and everybody's poking. Junkrat, Hanzo, everybody poking into the shrine, and Diamond Skin is waiting for an opportunity. Here comes Odin.
They pop the Odin, turn around, put damage on Sportbilly, and looking for Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff is able to dodge it. Nande at the same time trying to hold that front line so Odin can move forward. HGC goes in for a power slide, but he is stopped.
Yeah, ETC also still has that Mosh Pit available. Here comes the Riptire. Could be targeted. Tries to go for Nande. Blows a lot of those ghouls up as well. Leoric with the March of the Black King moving through, but Eternal goes down. The Cocoon is already on the ground, but immediately Diamond Skin turns around and tries to take it apart, as Manuberak is going back in, trying to get that stun, but has to retreat here since they are in a 4 versus 5. It's rough going for Team Liquid.
It is rough, but they are tied up 29-28. Divine Shield was used to make sure that Darkmon didn't get knocked up by the Anubarak. 35-31. It's close here for both of our teams. Eternal is almost here with Robodoba holding the front line, though. Diamond Skin will earn the Punisher.
And they did well in this fight. They got the kill against Leoric as he went deep into the back line, also with March of the Black King. Now they try to open the small wall. The Punisher jump already triggered, though, so they missed the first stun. And this time we have the isolation. Great job by Norok, but Robodoba is about to get out. We see Leoric trying to deliver the kill, but he has to Wraith walk away. ETC survives, and at this point, Diamond Skin is more or less guaranteed to get the fort.
They are, especially with Rhaegar not having a mana. Team Liquid can't stay alive, so they back away for now and peel off Leoric and go back to the original plan of keeping Leo in a position to consistently push down lanes. Maybe if he's able to get a sneak down the bottom, he might be able to get that fort. Diamond Skin realizing, okay, we got our fort, we'll probably not get too much more, decide to peel back and look for Leo.
Keep in mind, Diamond Skin has not won a single map yet. Not one. They are 0-6 at this point. Team Liquid has won 6 maps and only lost 2. But Diamond Skin comes into week 2 of HGC 2018 and is looking strong. Way better than they did last week. Way more coordinated as well. So this is definitely... I think it is also going to be a bit of a wake-up call for Liquid. I feel they also did not expect Diamond Skin to come out swinging like this.
No, they did not. But to be fair, the last time that we saw Team Liquid play, it felt like in game number 1 they were a bit off of their game, and going into game number 2 they turned it up. But Diamond Skin, they have a chance here to go up 1-0 over Team Liquid and get their first win. Can they do it? Continuing to control the middle of the field here. They did lose their fort on the bottom side, which gets Team closer in experience, but Diamond Skin holding on.
You know, the interesting part about what you just said is that it was a series against Leftovers, and it also started on Infernal Shrines. It was the map where Team Liquid looked a bit shaky, but won it in the end, barely. If that just continues, maybe Infernal Shrines just isn't their map.
Maybe not. Well, watching Team Liquid here as they play safe. I was a little bit worried for Hasselhoff as Diamond Skin was positioned to move in for an engage if he came around the corner. So I was a little too wide, dropping down the air to scout out those bushes, stays alive.
All right, so starting to go in once again here. I really want to see if Diamond Skin can get the kill again. And yeah, Arthas is already flanking. If they're able to force a fight down here, but don't want to force it underneath the fort itself.
Leo in the middle lane, able to walk away. Diamonds keeps showing fights, and Team Liquid has kind of gotten used to it now. They're used to the threat of an idea coming their way, but then Diamond Skin goes for the layered push to catch Leoric. But Eternal in the last couple of rotations made sure to be a little bit ahead of them in terms of steps. and has been caught out, so kudos to him.
What impresses me is that the teams are staying this close. We have 2 forts taken against 1. That negates the advantage through kill experience that we have for Diamond Skin. They still have a slight lead in XP and will hit 20 faster. But we should never really see a big team fight where one team has a talent advantage because they're so close. And that makes these fights very interesting here. But the 20 alone, when we have the big red button coming in, and also ETC all alone, Uther's Redemption, the 20 is extremely strong for Diamond Skin, stronger than Team Liquid says.
Yeah, you got Torbus possibly, even Deathmosh if Robodobo just wants to go all in for it. Catching one of the targets can be good for the team, especially with that Odin that you just mentioned. So now it's all about getting the mercs, timing them out, and getting 20. Team Liquid playing a little bit aggressive on the top side, but they have a little bit of a window here to do so. They want to soak this experience and maybe stop this camp from pushing on the top. Can't really do too much though with Arthas showing up and ETC. So we'll have to back up.
They have the 20 now early, so they put a bit of damage on, but I really want them to get the lead now. Get the lead in minion stacks just with the 20 advantage. It's a small window. Liquid is going to close it, it's going to come in. But if you already get a slight lead, then with Odin in the big red button, you should be able to secure yourself another Punisher. And that's what Diamond Skin now does. Well so while Liquid doesn't have 20, they are already sitting at 20 minion stacks themselves. And that should... If they play their cards right, this should be another Punisher for them.
Rayman peels off to deal with the camp on the top side. That might be the arrow here for Team Liquid. Hasselhoff, watch him. Will he decide to engage here for Team Liquid? 31-5. And it's looking like a no. Team Liquid, you're going to have to get this up.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy grab. The Auric was at the top, so he had to retreat. But this is Diamond Skin. Their small advantage in experience. This small gap where they hit 20 first allowed them to get the Arcane Punisher because Liquid was well aware if we go in, they will still claim the Punisher. And if we lose a hero in the process, we might lose way more than only a fort in the mid lane.
Odin popped. Diamond Skin will commit to the Sport. The Punisher charging down on Sport Billy. They're able to kite backwards.
Yeah, they're pushing them away from the fort immediately. They want to go immediately for keep here.
And they do. Turret wall, shield being broken down the side. Nande on the front, looking for a Howling Blast and Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff playing safe, trying to do his best to clean up where he can. A third will bait over the Punisher to the wall, and now it's all about defense. Yeah,
they are going for the keep, and they should be able to get it. Dartmoor is moving a little bit farther back. Riptire comes in, delivers the damage. They're trying to go for ETC. The arrow came out, but got cleansed. Moshpit comes in. Turbas as well. Cocoon is out, but Leoric is down, and so is the keep.
It's just Leoric, though. Team Liquid's not out here. They turn around, get an engage on Arthas. Can they get him low? The big heals coming in from Wolfjo will keep Nande alive, as well as Deathcoil. Robodobo and crew, though, getting poked down by Junkrat.
Yeah, Junkrat is really going for the poke here, and then Nubarak is the entire time looking for another engage, but Cocoon is down. Rostmek always ready for a turnaround here, but the team is walking away and Uther is healing them up. There's a lot of ults still ready. He has the Divine Shield. He can use that if need be, but they are walking towards the fort. They're gonna get it. Nande, do they have to use Divine Shield? Heal comes out, Robodobo low, so is Nande, but both of them are able to walk away without Uther committing to the cooldown.
And Diamond Skin will scurry away and get the aid of Catapults. Feeling great about that engage. The Odin paying off for them and dividends here. Team Liquid groups up with Leoric on the bottom left, still wanting to fight.
Yeah, and they have a lot of tools still available, and if you are coming back online in just a couple of seconds.
Oh no, Nurok!
Nearly the kill there, but that just feels bad. Nurok sees an opportunity, he can't kill Uther and saves him. And then Hazu nearly with a killing shot, but doesn't quite get it.
I am of the opinion that Wolfjo is just so darn good that he knew that if he walked to that angle, he would be able to get out of the engage and save his life. Well played there, Wolfjo.
Good job by Wolfjo.
Good job, Wolfjo. What a legend. Claps all around for him as Team Liquid is tied up against Diamond Skin here, but down a keep.
Yeah, down a keep, and cooldowns are coming back. Rhaegar will have his Ancestral back in another 3 seconds, so we're waiting for ETC. But that last fight was just extremely solid play from Diamond Skin. I'm really liking the way they're coordinating these fights right now. And also the patience that Wolfjo has with his Divine Shield. There were several moments where I thought he would just throw it out and try to save them, but he kept it very much on the low.
So the next shrine spawns down here on the bottom. And Team Liquid is doing everything they can to control this choke on the left side. Junkrat trap zone down, knockback available for them. Keeping the middle wave pushed back against a catapult so they control that. They spent Leoric to the top so they can make sure they have the Night Camp pushing in to help out with possibly the idea of getting a keep. So Team Liquid is going to fight around this Punisher, and they have to.
So there's a few things, though. The keep in the mid lane is the weakest keep. It's the keep. You always want to try and get a side keep if possible. So what it does that you have taken down is it opens up a win condition for you if you win the next team fight, that you can move through the mid lane. But you're not putting your opponent, it's very unlikely that your opponent ends up in a situation where they have to peel a hero off to deal with catapults on the core. That's normally why you are prioritizing side keeps over mid keeps, because if we have a keep missing at the top and a shrine at the bottom, you have to peel someone off eventually. With this, it's very easy to quickly move into the middle, take a catapult down, or take just simply a wave down and come back into the Shine fight. But the big the big advantage for Diamond Skin is really if they win another fight, they have a good chance to go for the keep directly.
This time,
Sorry, the core, of course.
Will open the Punisher. Sport Billy taking a chunk of damage on the front side. Eventually left the burrow charge away. Dark Monk still has it Odin. Finally will pop it here. And now it's all about Team Liquid. How will they handle the Odin phase?
Eternal already hit it, so that's already important with Omna's Wraith. He hit a huge amount of heroes there. Here comes the commitment. Divine Shield is out on Robadoba. Riptire is still in. Gets the hit in against 2 and the damage, but Odin is still chunking away, and they take the lead again in minion stacks. 24 against 12. Liquid is at this point looking for a kill. Roba goes in, gets the mosh pit, sneaks in again. They get the first kill, but ETC falls after Nubarag initially dies.
Luther comes out of the cocoon, so he's able to heal up. Darkmonk is nice and healthy. 33-22. Eternal stabbed here on the side by Wolf Joe and his hammer. He will have redemption, but March of the Black King comes in. The Punisher is won by Diamond Skin, but Team Liquid, they want to win the fight. Nande gets thrown over the wall.
Redemption is the big part here, though. He is going to be back, and so far they're saving Nande, and now it's the Punisher who's starting to go for Nurok. Nurok is on the run, and he needs to be careful here. It's a 4 versus 4. Redemption is on cooldown, but this is still a big and powerful push with the Punisher through the bot lane. Luckily,
Team Liquid still has a 4 down here, so that'll slow down progress of this Punisher, so they can spend time dealing with the camp on the top side as well as the catapult, so they clear those out. Next priority is to come to the bottom and make sure that Diamond Skin can't dive forward.
Yeah, right now it's 8 kills against 3. Diamond Skin, they've been talking about how they really want to win against Team Liquid here. It's former teammates going up against each other. And again, Leoric in trouble. The Punisher is going for it, nearly taking Eternal down. Rosme gets isolated for a second, but darts back into the safety of the rest of his teammates. They go for the keep, and it is very unlikely that Team Liquid is going to hold the bottom keep here.
The Punisher's still nice and healthy. Do have a tire coming in. We'll hit Rosmeg, but there it is. The keep has been hit. Darkmok pops Odin. They want to move in for kills and a core.
Yeah, they want to go for the core, and ETC is on his way back now. But for now, they fight a 4 versus 5, and they need to be careful because of it. Here comes that Cocoon again. Rosmeg jumps on it immediately, trying to make sure that there's no Divine Shield. Uther is back to business, and they're starting to move in. This is bad news for Team Liquid. Diamond Skin is looking good. That Punisher is still on 20% HP, and Hanzo falls.
Hanzo falls. Tychus looks at the core. The Punisher keeps diving in. It's getting low, but the core is also falling in health. Tychus will be taken out. Team Liquid is holding, but can they hold enough? Rosmeg is too low. He can't go forward. He goes in for a little bit of damage here, but has to back away again. Catapults join the fray.
I'm not sure if they can pull it off. 38, the catapults are a big thing, and that's a great Mosh. Darts in again. The catapults have not locked onto the core yet. That's the biggest problem here for Diamond Skin. The catapults are not on the core, but they're going for it. 10%, 5 going down to 3, and they're about to win the game.
Side. He's gonna get it.
The Australian pickup goes in and delivers the final blow, and the catapults uselessly